everyone, Joshua Texas Games bringing you another My Hero Ultra Impact video, and there's been a lot of guides out there for the past 2 days. I've been very busy with a whole bunch of different types of content, so I didn't really have time to get my early game guides out. So we're going to do something a little different here today. We're going to go ahead and talk about the best free-to-play team available in the game right now, at least in my opinion. Now, I've done a lot of different re-rolling. I've played with a lot of different types of teams. I've asked a lot of questions, a lot of the players from the JP side as well, and I've kind of come to the realization that this team I'm about to talk about might be the best free-to-play team that you can get, at least right now, especially with all the other things considered that we're going to be going over. So a lot of you know that we actually have an event going on right now called Girl Power is Infinite, Protect the Desserts. And with it comes a banner where you can pull a very powerful green, int type character that is going to be useful for support. And she is very, very good. And we're talking about the girl Hotto. And we will go over her in a little bit. So let's keep that in mind for the moment. Now, another big thing that a lot of you may not be aware of yet is after Chapter 6, you unlock Arena. Arena will be very, very needed in this game. A lot of games, sometimes Arena is not that important. Sometimes it's just more of a, just do it whenever you feel like. It's more of a casual thing. But in this game, it's very important because it's going to be one of your main resources for your gems. So, of course, you can go in and buy stamina daily, pull for new units, pull for new memories, etc., etc. Of course, just giving you progression for your account as a free-to-play. So you're going to need those gems. So to be somewhat competitive in PvP, you're going to have to face off against a lot of the strong blue units. And the blue units right now are by far priority for a lot of people. When they started the game, they were asking, what do you reroll for? And a lot of people would say, blue Bakugo, blue Momo. So a lot of people, including the whales, are going to have a very strong blue team going forward that you're going to have to take on. So to be kind of like a counter or an anti-meta, we're going to go ahead and run a green team. So a green team, in my opinion right now, is by far one of the better free-to-play options. And again, we currently have an event right now with a banner to pull a strong green unit. And if you reroll in the infinite reroll at the beginning of the game, you can grab the other 2 green units that you need. Now, there's 3 of them that are very powerful in the reroll banner, but you only need 2 of them. We're going to go out there and say Hawk is one of those 3 options, but he's the least important in my opinion of those 3 options. The 2 that you really want to gun for is Ochako and our boy Shoto Todoroki. We definitely want to grab those 2 units. So once you've done that, you'll have a similar team to kind of what I have right now. As you can see, we have all 3 of the units right there. We're going to talk about why this team is so good, why their synergy is just off the charts. Like, they work so well together. And it's interesting, too, because we're only really running 1 DPS with 2 support units. But those 2 support units, they can still dish out a little bit of damage themselves, just simply based on the fact that they're all giving themselves so much that allows them to be more than just one role. And that's what I love about this team because, yeah, you are running 3 units, but I feel like you're like running 7 or 8 units because they all do so many things together that it's insane. It's like you're running a whole army with these 3 units. So let's first talk about our girl Ochako. We're going to talk about other things too in this video, talking a little bit more about that banner as well and what that banner also has to offer and the event shop where that can help you out as well as a free-to-play. So it all kind of just ties in. So just bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys enjoy videos like this. I do appreciate it, and I love making them. So we're going to go over their skills briefly. So her plus ultra move deals 550%. And before I go any further, these percentages may vary because it's going to depend on what your skill level is. So whatever I read might not be the exact same as yours, so keep that in mind. Deals 550% damage to a single opponent. Also increases critical hit rate of all allies by 20% for 3 turns. So she's basically allowing your whole team to hit harder. Perfect. All right. Her first action skill. Restores HP of all allies by 25%. So that's a nice top up for your whole team. Also gives allies ability to evade for 1 time. So now you're also adding on survivability to your team. That is fantastic. 7-turn cooldown. Gumhead Martial Arts. Gives character ability to nullify normal attacks and ability to counter for 3 turns. Also increases her power by 25% for 3 turns, 6-turn cooldown. So she's giving herself a little bit of a damage amp, and she's giving herself the ability to counter. So she's going to be providing you with a little bit of DPS herself. Now, she's not going to be your main DPS. That's going to be Todoroki's role. but she can still provide you with some DPS, which is very, very nice. Increases the power of all ally int type characters by 15%, so all green units. Very, very good. 15% increased damage. You gotta love it. You got to love it. We don't have her last auto skill yet, but zero gravity increases character speed by 30% when character has ability to evade. Of course, she can get that from her plus ultra ability. Or I'm sorry, her first action skill. So she can do a lot for you. She can heal. She can give you some survivability. She can increase your damage output. She's fantastic. So let's continue on over to our girl Hato. All right, now this is the girl you're going to get from the current banner that's up for next week or so. I highly recommend, if you are trying to be free to play, this is the team that you go for. Hopefully this video helps convince you as well. So she gets an event bonus, obviously increases items obtained from event quests by 20%, which is huge because that's up for another 10 days. And there's a lot of good stuff, especially in that event shop. And if you want to get like EXP potions for both your characters and your memory, that is definitely a good place to go, especially considering that the level up dungeons are only available 3 times per day. So utilizing that event shop could be very, very good in trying to bolster and boost your account early on so you can progress a little bit faster and all that other good stuff. So that's nice to have that little bonus right there for her current event. Now, her plus ultra move deals 500% damage to a single opponent, increases plus ultra gauge of all allies except herself by 10%, and regenerates HP of all allies except herself by 10% for 3 turns, which is incredible. Now, she is what I like to call a battery character because she's basically producing multiple ways for you to do more attacks, in this case, more ultimate abilities, more plus ultra moves. So she is a battery. She's a battery character. She's a battery support, whatever. And she also offers a little bit of DPS of her own. And we'll get to that in a moment. Restores HP of a single ally by 20%. Increases power of the ally by 25% for 3 turns. And restores HP of all allies by 20%. Cooldown 6 turns. So she's giving you a lot of healing right there and powering up one of your units. That's crazy. Just fantastic. All right, Power Wave. Deals 200% AoE, which is very, very nice, especially considering it decreases the power of all opponents by 15% for 3 turns, more survivability. Also increases plus ultra gauge of all allies by 15%. There's more of her battery, okay? She's a Duracell. Increases plus ultra gauge of all UA high student allies by 15% when battle starts. Now, this is very important considering the 2 units we're running with her are UA high students. So again, this team's energy, I'm sorry, I said the team's energy. Yeah, the team's energy is pretty good too, guys. The team synergy is fantastic. And then she has Hey, her auto skill regenerates HP of all allies by 10% for 3 turns when a wave starts. Also, once per battle, gives character ability to make a last stand 1 time when HP is below 50%. So she's providing you with additional damage. She's providing you with a battery to do more plus ultra moves. And she's providing you with a lot of top up healing. So she is great. So we're running 2 healers, 2 support units that are giving you basically buffs. They're also providing with survivability. I mean, you're basically creating yourself a very tanky team, a very durable team that can also work very fast because of our boy Todoroki, who also has the ability to cheese difficult stages that you might not otherwise be able to beat right now because you might be too weak, but Todoroki has those abilities in his kit that allow you to somewhat cheese some things. And he's going to be a great farmer, cleaver, and he's going to be fantastic in PvP, and of course, he's going to be your main DPS. So, deals 550% damage to a single opponent, medium chance of freezing the opponent for 1 turn, medium chance of burning the opponent for 3 turns. So he's going to be a good debuffer. He has a CC and he has a dot. Deals 200% damage to all opponents, medium chance of freezing the opponent for 1 turn. Also increases character's power by 35% for 3 turns when used in a successfully executed skill chain. Cooldown time 4 turns. Deals 175% damage to all opponents, medium chance of burning the opponent for 3 turns. Also increases character's plus ultra gauge by 20%. So him paired up with Hato, he's going to be spamming that ultra gauge quite a bit. 7 turn cooldown. Even I can be a hero. You know what, guys and gals? I feel like I'm a hero every time I make a YouTube video because I feel like I'm helping somebody out there in the world. Even if it's one person, I feel like a hero. You guys and gals make me feel like a hero. Okay, I just wanted to say that. I don't care if it's cheesy, all right? I don't care. Once per battle, increases characters plus Ultra Gauge by 25% when HP is 50% or higher. What can I say? This guy is just feeding off of Hado. He's like, feed me more. Like, dude, this dude's just gonna be spamming Ultra Gauge, right? Increases character's power by 30% when HP is below 50%. Also freezes the opponent for 1 turn if character's HP is below 30% when attacked. So, again, this guy has really good debuffing abilities because he has a dot, damage over time with burn. He has a nice CC with freezing. He has 2 AoE attacks and a very strong plus ultra move. Plus, he also feeds into his own plus ultra gauge alongside Hado. Plus, he's getting all that damage and healing from Ochako and Hado, and just that survivability that they all three are providing as well for this team. It's insane. This is a very powerful team. It's very free to play. You can also pick up additional shards from these characters as usual from the shop, using your shards that you get from pulling dupes of characters. So that's very helpful. But before we get out of here, I just want to talk briefly about this banner real quick, because this banner that kind of ties into this team as well is there's also a very strong couple memories that you can utilize with this team, and an SR Ochako that I feel is a pretty decent unit as well. So let's go down here to the hot picks. As soon as it loads, that is. There we go. So of course we already talked about our girl Hado, but there's a little bit more in here. We have an SR Ochako Araka that's actually very good as well. That I think that you could use her as a substitute on your team as well if you want to. Deals 500% damage to a single opponent. Skill impact is increased by 30% if character is affected by speed up. Skill impact is decreased by 30% if the opponent is affected by speed down. So very, very decent there. Some cool stuff. We also have here, let's go through some of these real quick. Deals 300% damage to a single opponent. Skill impact is increased by 40% if the opponent is affected by speed down. Also increases character's plus ultra gauge by 30% when used in a third successfully executed skill chain. 3-turn cooldown. And then we have increases speed of all allies by 25% for 3 turns, which could be very huge in PvP. Also decreases speed of all opponents by 15% for 3 turns. 4-turn cooldown. Our auto skills. Increases plus ultra gauge of all green type units by 20% when battle starts. Pair that up with Hado, and then you got Todoroki in your team. You're doing some crazy things. And then you have here increases character's critical hit rate by 40% when HP is 50% or higher. Also, once per battle, increases character's plus ultra gauge by 100% when HP is below 30%. So you just basically get a free plus ultra. And that's an SR. So that is a very good unit to perhaps throw into that free-to-play team alongside other units like Hawk, which we've already mentioned. And I also want to talk about, this one's decent, right? But I really want to talk about this one too. Girl Love Sweet. This seems like a very good SR memory for this team, considering you're running 2 females. Increases character's max HP by 25%. Further increases character's max HP by another 25% when equipped by a female character. Talk about making yourself a tank in an already good team that has a lot of survivability, healing, and good damage. The synergy and everything like that is there. The event is there. The banner's there. Everything is there. So definitely take advantage of it. At this moment in time, this truly just feels like my pick of the litter when it comes to top free-to-play team available right now, because of being able to, of course, counter the blue team, the fact that you can re-roll for this team. There's a banner already available with the raid up for your girl Hado. She also has her event going on right now where you're also going to be able to utilize her bonus and all that stuff. All things considered, I just think that this is by far the best free-to-play team right now. We're going to go ahead and end this video actually with a multi. Let's go ahead and jump in here and do a multi before we get out of here. Maybe we'll get lucky. I don't know. Who knows? And I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. And if you did, oh, we're getting a freaking UR. Let's go. Full armor, baby. Let's get it. What a way to end the video. Let's go. I did not expect this. This is totally unexpected. Wow. Wow. I can't believe it. Who are we going to get? I'm excited. Oh, man. This is crazy. I'm going to skip it now. Just go through it. Let's go through all of it. Skip. So, we got, speaking of blue team, we got the boy, Blue Bakugo. That's hilarious. You know what? And that's not a bad pull at all, because eventually you're going to have to make more than one team. So that's kind of cool. That's actually really cool, in fact. So we pulled 2 URs. We pulled a Todoroki memory. And we pulled Blue Bakugo. Not bad, ladies and gentlemen, to end the video. So anyways, let me know what you all think about my green team being the best free-to-play team and all that and other stuff. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe, to get notifications, join us in the Discord in the description below, and follow me, of course, on Twitter at XSPlays. We cover a lot of game content here for mobile games, so definitely stick around. We'll have more to come for y'all in the next one. Until then, peace.